Okay, this video is about monitors. And monitors, obviously at the church, is what we use for the musicians to be able to hear themselves when they perform. We have two types of monitors. One is a Mackie SRM 150. It's what we call a near-field monitor. It's meant to be close to you, not 10 feet away. It's nice and small, so it can be close to you. And we also have these EV monitors, which are kind of the more traditional wedge monitors, meaning they kind of go on a floor at an angle. They don't have to. You can put them up on a chair and stuff as well. We have those two types of monitors. We have 4 of these and 2 of these. And I want to show you a couple things with them. One, how to connect them. The other one is how the musicians set the levels. But then the other one I wanted to show you is a bit about where to position them. So first of all, when you connect the monitors with the SRM 150, on the back you have a power connector, so these need power to work. Okay. They have a power switch, on off. There's also this switch here that says mic and line, and it can either be in or out. It's important with these monitors that if you're using more than one, they're all set the same, and out is the best way. Okay, that's the best thing to do. And when you use this, you'd be coming from the snake, like let's say aux 1, and you'd be plugging into this input on the back called main in. Okay, so that's nice and simple. But let's say we're using more than one monitor. Instead of running more and more auxes, you can just plug out of the through right here, and then plug the other side of that into another monitor main in. And you can go in and out as many monitors as you want. And actually, they don't even all have to be the same monitor. So if you look at our EV monitor on the back of the EV monitor, there's something called the line in and a master out. We'll turn it this way. It's the same thing. You plug into the line in from your aux send or from your previous monitor, and you can go to the master out into another monitor. So these can be chained together as well. On this monitor, there's also a power switch. Okay. There's a switch here that says with sub or full range. You always want it full range, and that's typically where it's always set. There's also this mic input. This, if you're using it for like a sound system downstairs in the hall or whatever, you can just plug one mic in and control the mic level here. But in the church, we never really use that. We use this line input and master output. And then here is the volume on the back of this monitor. This one's a bit frustrating because when you're using it on the stage, the musician can't easily access the volume. So what I tend to do is I always set that volume right at 0. And then I adjust it at the sound system for how loud or how soft they want it, because it's a bit inconvenient for them to control. On the Mackie monitors, it's a bit different. On the front, they have this main volume control right here, and they can set their own volume. You know, whether they want it louder or softer. You can still change it overall with the aux mix, but they can always adjust it here. Every single other control on this is basically for if you use microphones or other inputs. We tend not to do that. Maybe down in the hall we would use it, so you can ignore these. But this EQ, this 3-band EQ, can boost the low end or take the low end away, can boost the mid frequencies or take it away, and boost the high frequencies or take it away. It's always good to check, and often when we're setting up as musicians we forget this, to have those all at 12 o'clock. Because if you change them like this, the sound's going to be really bad or you're going to get feedback. So it's always best to just double check they're all at 12 o'clock. But the rest is pretty straightforward. And these just go right on top of a stand. So we have 4 adapters like these that can go on top of any mic stand. And then that just slides on like this. The last thing I wanted to do in this long video is think about positioning it. Often what happens is you as the sound system person setting it up, you set it up and it's there and the musicians come and the musicians over here they're singing and they say they can't hear themselves. Make sure they orientate the monitor so it's facing towards them. Okay? And the other one is a monitor. You can get feedback from a monitor. It's often where feedback comes from. Feedback's when you get that squelching sound. And it's by the sound of the mic coming through the speaker and coming in again. So remember with it is if you ideally want the back of the microphone facing the speaker. If it faces this way, you'll get feedback, or anywhere in between. So if they're listening from the side, there's more chance they're going to get feedback. So always try to position it so the back of the microphone is facing the monitor. That'll be the best thing. And it goes the same with the wedge monitor as well. That's it.